Hi, I'm Nan, and I'm president of the Totem Tech team.
Hi, I'm Sebastian Castro Cervantes, and I am the Vice President of the Totem Tech team.
Here's our agenda for today: deciding on otters, needs for otters and keepers, and product design.
Out of the categories that we were given, the one that we chose was animal allies. Our prompt is animal allies focuses on the interaction of humans and animals. Your team will choose an animal and answer questions like,
When people interact with your animal, is it on purpose or by accident?
does interaction help or hurt people, the animal, or both?
What type of professionals work with or study your animal?
Do you notice any ways that the interaction could be better, more productive, healthier, or happier for either the person or the animal?
Deciding on sea otters. Our first thoughts about animal interactions made us think of the zoo and how keepers interact with the animals. We looked at local zoos and found a way to contact Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium. This is the email we sent them.
Point Defiance Zookeepers. Hello, we are students at Totem Middle School in Kent, Washington, and we are working on a challenge to improve the interaction between animals and humans. The way we would like to help that interaction is by improving how dangerous animals get fed. We wanted to know if one of the animals you have at your zoo has a feeding process that can be improved. Also, would you be able to tell us a bit about the animal and its needs, like what it eats, or perhaps how keepers currently interact with it? We will use this information to design a possible solution and present it to at our district, as well as let you know what we produce. Deciding on sea otters. We only received an otter reply, but we already had explored their website extensively and became familiar with the animals with exhibits at their zoo. Why did we decide on otters?
Because they're cute! Look at those faces. How could you not fall in love with them?
Okay. So when people interact with your animal, is it on purpose or by accident?
People do sometimes interact with sea otters in the wild, but primarily sea otters interact with humans inside zoos like Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium. Does interaction help or hurt people, the animal, or both?
Otters can be impacted negatively from being kept in captivity. In the wild, they find food by themselves. However, when otters are kept in zoos, they have no need to find and hunt for food. This leads to a depression in the sea otters. What type of professionals work with or study your animal?
Zookeepers, zoologists, and biologists may work with or study otters. We went straight to the source of information by contacting zookeepers at Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium. If only they replied. Do you notice any ways that the interaction could be better, more productive, healthier, or happier for either the person or the animal?
While researching otters in captivity, we noticed the lack of enrichment that sea otters had compared to their wild counterparts. In our model, we designed an enclosure that would meet the enrichment of needs of the sea otters.
The product we designed is a habitat for sea otters. The following are included in the design.
An observation/feeding station where the people watching can feed the otters.
Trees, and a pool to simulate their natural habitat and so they can feel more at home.
While we were researching about sea otters, we found out that otters live in elevated areas where there are water bodies, which is why we included both the pool and the trees.
Here are two more products that we designed: feeding slot and enrichment device.
In the observation area, there will be a feeding slot directly below so the people watching can interact with the sea otters. After the food is placed inside of the feeding slot, the food is transferred to the enrichment device where the otters can start their feast.
Thank you. We appreciate you taking the time to hear about our product design.